These two are the same car.
Hey Ben, what's up, buddy? I'm just here to remind you, no, they're not the same car, or SUV as a proper terminology in this case, but they don't share the same chassis, they share the same platform. What's the difference between a chassis and platform? Here, I'll show you. A vehicle's platform is the foundational structural and mechanical architecture upon which a vehicle is built, the frame. A chassis is basically the frame with all the suspension components, the engine, and electronics. And it says here in terminology at the bottom, a rolling chassis includes the frame, engine, suspension, and drivetrain, but lacks the exterior of the body on frame, hence body on frame. It is the chassis of a vehicle. And my point of describing all this is, it is not even the same chassis, it is the same platform, and absolutely nothing is the same between the Land Cruiser and the GX 550. So no, then it is not the same, I'll fix that for you, SUV, by any means. Now let's get back to Ben's masterpiece of Toyota hatred.
That one's 10 grand more. The LC250 and the GX 550 are built on the same frame. The wheelbase on these is identical. The entire upper section of the cabs of both of the vehicles is literally a straight carryover. But because that has a Toyota badge, and that has a Lexus badge, that one's 10 grand more. But because that has a Toyota badge, and that has a Lexus badge, that one's 10 grand more. But because that has a Toyota badge, and that has a Lexus badge, that one's 10 grand more. But because that has a Toyota badge, and has a Lexus badge, that one's 10 grand more.
Yeah, Ben, because badges are the only difference between these two, and nothing I have listed on the screen. But hey, let's hear people talk who are in the community and actually know these cars, tested them, and broke them down and did measurements on the suspension.
The GX handled many times better on road. At the same time, all three vehicles achieved the same articulation. But as mentioned before, both the GX and the Tacoma have higher angle CVs. So when paired with longer aftermarket shocks, they can achieve even more flex than the Land Cruiser.
And this is me basically showing you guys that the suspension is different on the two vehicles. The LX has a bigger engine, and the beefier suspension more for heavy duty use, because people think, oh, it's softer, more comfortable. It's not as heavy duty as the Land Cruiser when it's actually better. And that's just not true. It is way better than the Land Cruiser suspension, more heavy duty. And most people disagree with me, so I'm just adding this in here to protect myself from arguments on people who want to say that the Land Cruiser has the beefier suspension of the two. These are the major differences between the two models. You could pause to read anything specific you'd want. And Ben, we need you to stop being a fucking hater. Most of your videos are pretty on point, except when it comes to Toyota and Lexus. There's a lot of bias I notice. And I do catch some other things because you're not too mechanically inclined in other videos. I let that slide. But when you're absolutely spreading misinformation like a blatant idiot, I'm going to check you every single time, especially when it's about Toyota or Lexus, because I know these cars like the back of my hand. I'm going to wrap it up with this little comment here I found on a Ram TRX forum. He's easily the most annoying person on YouTube. 100, boy. 100, boy. Now we're going to get to the next part where I call him slipping yet again.
People are paying stupid money for this car because of one thing. Apparently this is a 4-liter V6 that puts out 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque, and yes, this engine is very reliable. Outside of the powertrain, there's nothing crazy special about a 4Runner. You can put these TRD wheels on any Toyota, and the TRD Pro badges, you can just buy those on eBay.
No one's fucking buying 4Runners for TRD wheels and badges, bro.
I will say, the sliding window in the back, I mean, that's kind of cool. And the simplistic interior is definitely nice compared to a lot of modern cars. But on the used market, people are paying way over original MSRP. I just think that doesn't make sense. I don't see the value.
You see how bro's talking about wheels, the interior, TRD badges, hatch windows, and not talking about things that the 4Runner was actually made for, like being a family-friendly SUV that can go on highway road trips and then being taken out off-roading, overlanding, camping, up in the mountains without getting stuck straight out the factory. And it's people like him with accounts like him that are running the car market today. It's non-mechanic fueled car guys that like glamour, like females, instead of actually learning what the car's pros are and what it was built for, the type of audience and enthusiast it was built for. And he thinks, oh, well, it doesn't have a touchscreen, it doesn't have heated seats, it has leather, and it doesn't have roll-down windows or air-conditioned seats. It is a piece of crap. I don't get why it's worth so much money. People like him need to stop making videos. They don't know the car market. They don't know what they're talking about. They should focus on BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus vehicles, and stay away from the vehicles they know absolutely nothing about, like 4Runners, Tundras, Sequoias, Tacomas, Jeep Wranglers, shit like that. I'm not usually one to shit on people, but I mean, just look at bro. He is not a mechanic. He doesn't understand mechanics of cars and why people would want a durable body-on-frame SUV that can go off-road. And you can see he's in between two Dodge Rams TRXs. He's a big Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep guy, so he just naturally hates on the 4Runner because he likes Jeep. And he brings it in a way where he doesn't mention his love for Jeep and that he's trying to be like honest in his review when it's not. It's pure biased. But people like him need to stop reviewing cars, stop calling themselves car channels. I feel like if you can't turn a wrench, you don't get the right to discredit car companies and the type of cars reliability. I guess you can talk about all the nice features they have, but when it comes to reliability, maintenance costs, they should not have a say or word in it. That's going to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Peace.
Breaking news. Lions Lexus Build 2 got motion.